So this is all just a ploy, an act to get the rivalry going.
Once sweeps are over with and my contract gets renewed, I'll be in the anchor chair for another 5 years. You'll be outside that glass, middle of winter.
So this is BMJ Aftershow.
Yes.
All right. So like every week, people after they watch, they can come here and we're gonna kick it, keep it real, you know. All right. So episode 1, we back for the 4th season.
Right.
You know what's interesting is that a lot of people can relate to the fact that Mary Jane now is like starting over in a new workplace environment, and we just saw how she kind of was being toyed with, being teased. She thought she'd be in position to, you know, get that top anchor position, and then Rhonda comes in and breaks it down and keeps it real. And a lot of people can relate to that, and your character had to actually kind of help her to keep things in perspective because she wanted to knee-jerk like a lot of us do.
Yeah, well, you know, Kara's Kara. She keeps reining Mary Jane in and just, you know, trying to teach her the ropes, and now you're in New York City. It's a whole new ball game. You can't be a baby, you can't be crying, can't be overreacting, you gotta keep it together, you gotta be professional. And I think it's almost like she's helping Mary Jane mature in that sense a little bit, and that where she wants them to go and where she wants to see Mary Jane go. So she's all about the plan and strategy, and you know, they have their little antic sneaky days together. It's fun.
Of course they do. Really?
Yeah.
You know, at the beginning of the episode, you wrote this whole scene where she's going to have this anonymous sexual encounter. And we have an advocate for that.
No, I moved out here 3 weeks ago. No names?
No, I like to keep things mysterious.
Are you a fugitive? You're not a wanted woman? Okay.
No, I'm just searching for a little escape before reality bites me in the morning. So, London, are you in?
You know what? Before I even ask where that came, let me just ask you. So, women can have anonymous sex?
Yes.
Is that true?
Done deal.
How do they do that?
Let me give
Can
my
you
phone
explain
number.
it to me?
Phone number is 5 No. I mean, yeah. I feel like they can. I don't think there's anything wrong with safe anonymous sex.
Especially with BJ.
She didn't even go character.
She went. She didn't even say PJ. She was like straight BJ. I'm like, yeah, my character PJ. Yes, there's nothing wrong with.
Right.
Damn, why would you throw me under the bus on the first one?
You know, I gotta create a
You
little.
know, but women are embracing their sexuality,
Right.
especially now,
Right.
in a way that we have had the benefits
Right.
of embracing forever.
Right.
But now women are like,
Yeah.
why not? I mean, is that kind of why you wrote that?
I think, yeah, absolutely. Mary Jane is, you know, she's a confident woman. She's a sexual being. She sort of knows who she is, and she is looking to try and make this fresh start. And so this is like sort of a last hurrah in her mind. And so she's like, you know, whatever fantasy that she has, she's gonna go for it because she recognizes that, you know, there are some things that she needs to do differently in terms of, you know, getting or achieving a long-term healthy relationship.
Does that change the way that you look at someone you're trying to suit?
No, only because you should always, I feel, live in the moment. You should always have fun because once you get locked in, that's it.
But you do not have a double standard.
I don't have a double.
So you feel like a lot of
What's
women,
fair?
As long as
like
the
Mary
lines
Jane,
of communication
you have no
are open.
issue. Right.
Right.
If everybody's honest and saying this is, you know, what we're doing, we're not monogamous.
Right, you're right. We're not monogamous. I know a lot of men think that they should just, you know, not say anything, but a lot of women want casual sex just as much as men. And a lot of men, they're like, well, I'm not gonna tell this person. I'm like, be honest, and you will be surprised how many women will jump on board with you.
I agree.
I promise you.
And I think that women worry, but you guys tell me, I think, worry about the stigma, because as guys, it's like, the more the better.
Right.
But with women, you know, in the past there's been the stigma, but you're saying as a single guy that you feel like there is no stigma. You want a woman that embraces her own sexuality, right?
Yeah, exactly. It makes it fun. I mean, sex is fun.
Slip this on.
On...
Your wrist.
I thought I'd be slipping on something else.
Oh, I have that too, but we're gonna start here. So, when I want more,
More...
faster. Harder. Take your clothes off.
Let me love, let me touch, let me love, baby, give it up. Let me drink from
Like, I don't feel like there should be like, all right, well, we should probably wait 3 times before we like, you know, if it happens that night, boom, I'm all
And
for
that
it.
would not, because in the show, Lee, afterwards, he then shows up the next day.
Boom.
So clearly
He
for
knew what
him,
he wanted.
he wanted something else. He wants
Yeah.
more.
All of these strangers here have one thing in common. They're all born on the same day. So, what's your name?
Well, some people call me London, but my name's Lee. Lee Truitt.
So is it really your birthday, Lee, or did you just want to be on camera?
Well, it certainly feels like my birthday, standing here with you.
Oh. How old are you turning? I love it.
Too old to know anything about your surprise hip-hop act, but I'm gonna stick around and listen.
Oh my goodness, how adorable is he?
It's going to be interesting to see what happens with that relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of it is about letting go of some of your expectations. So she's expecting this to be like sort of this anonymous thing. She sees that, oh, there's some interest here. There is this energy here. There is something that maybe I should, you know, although I thought I was going to, you know, just be thinking about finding my husband, there's this guy here in front of me that maybe I should consider.
I think a lot of what makes Lee different is that he's really his own person, and he's not intimidated so much by her and what she wants, and you know, he kind of gets it. Or she's just kind of randomly not really thinking about, well, who would I like to be with? Who would like, all these questions that women start asking themselves about, who do I see myself with? How do I want my life to be? Who do I want to share it with? And who has those qualities? And I think that Lee sort of starts to present those.
Yeah, yeah. And I think Mary Jane definitely has a vision of who she thinks she should be with.
Yes.
And Lee is not quite that. He's different than what she sort of imagined the type of guy that she would be with. And so there's something interesting about that. The fact that he is not from this country, he's from London, and although he's black, he has a different perspective. And I think we'll get to see a little bit of that too, that although, you know, he is a black man, he doesn't have some of the same sort of cultural background.
I like that you did that. You wrote that character, and it is a black man, but it's not what we certainly haven't seen Mary Jane with a guy quite like Lee.
Right.
So it's gonna be fun to see what happens with this relationship, because this is different.
Yeah.
It's a different path than what she's done before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we will start to get into that.